The Tadano ATF 70G is a 4-axle mobile crane with a maximum lifting capacity of 70 tons. This version of the model is in the colours of Schot, the Dutch lifting specialist. One of the nice aspects of the model is that it comes with a very good manual listing out all of the parts, and there are very good photos and instructions which help with all of the functionality. Really, it would be nice if all crane models came with a manual as good as this one. As we often do, let's start by getting the crane ready for the road. And the first thing to do is to put the counterweight in its travelling position, which is in the middle. And then we add on the lattice fly jib, which fits on the side. To secure it in position, we need to attach a pin, and that fits in the top. And that's all we need to remember. Middle, side, top. Middle, side, top. Middle, side, top. There's some interesting detail underneath with a ladder strapped under the cab, and the chassis detail is very good. The rubber tyres also have a nice tread pattern. The carrier cab is very good with nice graphics and a realistic number plate, and the inside has one of the most detailed instrument consoles that you'll find. The high standard continues behind the cab with nice mesh grills, and the crane cab and body is also very good. The metal handrails are modelled permanently in a travelling position. A plus point for the model is the boom ram with its metal jacket, and the telescopic sections have a nice fin wall profile with Schot on every section. The metal fly jib is also a nice part, and the hoist safety cut-off chain is a nice touch. If we start by giving the model a wave, all of the wheels spin independently, and each axle has steering with the rear free being notched, and for some reason the one at the front is continuously variable. So you can set any mode of steering that you want. And the model engineering is also very good because you've got independent suspension on every axle. But does it roll well? And the answer to that is yes, it's actually very good. Just be careful not to push it so hard that it flies off the end of the desk. With all of the steering set, you can trace out a sharp curve, or you can go for the somewhat more unusual crab steering. Let's get down low and see the giant hand pull out the outrigger beam. And to lower the piston, it's the simple matter of unscrewing it. It reveals a nice smooth piston, and when you've got the pad down, you can clip it into position. And this tiny little clip just makes sure that the pad is always centred under the piston. It is a bit of micro-engineering by giant fat fingers. And once you've got it in, you can then do the next thing, which is to put a spreader plate under the outrigger pad. The outriggers are good on the model because they do hold the crane wheels free. So we're ready to set up the crane, so let's unhook the hook. Then we can lift our boom up using our fingers. Once the boom is erect, you can then secure it in position using a key that's supplied with the model. This works very well, and it's nice to have a positive locking system. The crane rotates nice and smoothly without any rocking. And to fix the counterweight, we need to use our giant hand machines. And here they are, offering up the counterweight, which presses into place. So with the crane all set up, we can then start to use it. And to keep some weight on the hook, a load is supplied with the model. You then use the special key that's supplied with the model, and that allows you to turn the winch drum. The winch doesn't have a positive locking system, but there's enough friction to hold most loads that you'd want to put on the model. Telescoping the boom just works in the normal way, you just pull out the sections. It's all nice and smooth, and there's a locking clip system at full extension of each section. There are a couple of other nice features on the model, and these are opening covers which let you see some engine detail. This one on the side lets you see some different components underneath. And when you're done looking, you can just move around to the front and lift up another cover. And again, there's more nice detailing to be seen underneath. The other thing you can do if you want additional height is to attach the lattice fly jib, and it just pins into place at the boom head. It's also got some additional functionality because you can adjust the angle, which is controlled by a hydraulic cylinder. it's time for the genuine imitation real-life test, and we're going to carry out some load testing. We've set the boom extension at about 15 meters, and the lifting radius is a scaled 10 meters. We will assume the model carries 12 tons of counterweight, and by looking at the loading charts we see that at 10 meter radius, the crane can lift about 17 tons. So here is the crane all set up, and we're going to load it with 10-ton counterweight blocks. There's one on already, so the second one makes a total of 20 tons. So the crane's already able to hold more than its rated load. Let's try a bit more and go to 30 tons and it's still fine. In fact, let's go to 50 tons, which is 3 times the rated load, and it's fine. But if we try one more wafer thin piece of counterweight, then we find we've reached overload, and the crane tips. This Tadano model has been produced in a number of different colour schemes by WSI, and this version in the colours of Schot is a nice colour scheme. The model itself has got some very good detailing, and certainly the functionality is very good too. So overall this is another outstanding crane model.